Sandeep Javheri, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In today's session, we are going to discuss chemicals for concrete repair. So, it is a part of an elective subject, that is repairs and rehabilitation of structures. The learning outcome: at the end of this session, students will be able to relate different chemical materials which are used for repair works in construction. As we know, there are so many chemicals are available in the market. These chemicals are help to increase the bond strength between old concrete and new concrete. It also helps to it is a corrosive resistance purpose we can use. The chemicals are available are epoxies, polymers and latex, acrylic polymers and polymer resins, and so many. Epoxies mean combination of both resin and hardener. It belongs to epoxy group of organic chemicals. Epoxy grouts and mortars and coatings are extensively used for repair. The epoxies develop excellent strength and adhesive properties very rapidly and provide toughness that gives both durability and crack resistance. Epoxies are coated to steel bars to protect against corrosion in RCC works according to IS 13620-2004, which gives the specifications or guidelines for fusion bonded epoxy coated reinforcing bars. Epoxy group of chemicals are also used for stopping leakages. Epoxy resins have high viscosity and are generally used for surface coating purposes and for filling large cracks or holes in concrete structures. For example, in India, particularly in Koyana Dam, in 1968, epoxy grouting is first time used to seal the cracks that is occurred in the dam, and these cracks are happened due to an earthquake. So as we know, the Koyana Dam region is very much attracting the earthquake forces. So the cracks which are developed due to the earthquake can be sealed by using epoxy grouting, and this has happened in 1968. It was also used for stopping leakages, especially in tunnel of ISRO in Bangalore. Then polymers and latex, actually these are the organic compound of high molecular weight, and the process of combination of molecules is called polymerization. This is also used after epoxy. Now basically the concrete repair chemicals are in three groups. So there are three primary groups. These are epoxy resin based, acrylic polymer based and SBR based. So let us first consider epoxy resin based chemicals. Resins means these are the product of plants or it can be manufactured in factory. Hardener means it is a substance which is mixed with the resin to start the process of polymerization. And what is polymerization? It is a chemical process that combines several monomers to form a polymer or polymeric compound. Resin possesses adhesive quality and they are insoluble in water. Now what are the uses of epoxy resin based concrete repair chemicals? How it is to be used? How much or what is the mix that is to be used for repairing work? So let us discuss. Now the common form of epoxy resin chemicals is to prepare an epoxy bonded concrete. That means if there is an old concrete is there, we have to apply epoxy resin coating over to the old concrete, and then that will help to bond the new concrete which is applied on the old concrete. So this type of concrete is used when the depth of repair is at least 40 mm. To prepare an epoxy resin based mortar, we have to consider 100 parts of epoxy, 60 parts of hardener and 20 parts of silica sand by weight. Now the mix is applied on the surface of old concrete. This will give strength to the new concrete with the old concrete. And this also helps to transfer the load from steel to concrete. Epoxy based chemicals are also used for crack repair works. A low viscosity epoxy is generally used to repair small static cracks, which is ranging from 0.02 mm to 6 mm in width. Steel bars can also be coated with epoxy based chemicals to increase its corrosion resistance capacity. Now this is done by mixing 100 parts of epoxy with 50 parts of hardener by weight and then applying this solution on the steel rebar or steel bar. So epoxy coating will protect the bar against corrosion also. Now second is acrylic polymer based concrete repair chemical. So the problem of epoxy chemical is that it requires skilled persons to use it because there are so many factors that can affect its properties, such as time of mixing and area of application. To avoid this problem, polymer based repair chemicals were developed. It is much cheaper than epoxy based chemicals but costlier than cement. The primary advantage of using polymer based chemicals is that they make the concrete or mortar much stronger with less shrinkage. So if you are not going to use epoxy resin, then you can go with the acrylic polymer based concrete. That will also helps to improve the property like strength, and the shrinkage will be lesser. The application of polymer cement bonding coat. So how the coat is prepared? So it is prepared by mixing 1 part of cement and 1 part of polymer chemical by weight. Then we are supposed to mix it thoroughly with suitable amount of water so that it can be applied with a brush on the old surface. Before that, we have to clean that surface by putting a jet of water on that surface. And then we have to leave it for 24 hours for drying purpose. Then we apply the coat of cement and polymer and water, the mixture of that on the old surface. Now then we place mortar or concrete on this layer before it dries. So immediately after applying the coat, we can add mortar or concrete on the old surface of the concrete. A polymer can be used as a cement grout. So in this, we are going to use 1 kg of polymer, 2 kg of water and 3 kg of cement. Then we are supposed to mix it in a mechanical way. So this grout helps to conceal the cracks. So we can repair the cracks by using the polymer cement grout. We can use polymer modified mortar and concrete. So PMM stands for polymer modified mortar, PMC stands for polymer modified concrete. Now let us see what is PMM, how it is to be prepared. So PMM consists of 1 part of cement, 4 part of quartz sand and 0.25 part of water, plus in addition to that 0.15 part of polymer chemical by weight. Now this is used when depth of the repair is up to 75 mm. A polymer modified concrete, that is PMC, can be prepared by mixing 1 part of cement plus 2 part of quartz sand plus 3.75 parts of aggregate plus 0.35 parts of water plus 0.6 part of polymer chemical by weight. This is used when the depth of repair exceeds 75 mm. Before using PMM or PMC, First, apply a coat of polymer cement bonding coat on the old concrete surface. Leave it for 24 hours. Then after, apply another coat of polymer cement bonding coat at right angles to the first coat. Then apply PMM or PMC as the case may be. So while applying the coat of polymer cement bonding, if you apply it horizontally in first day, then you have to apply the same coat in vertical direction. That means at 90 degree to the original coat that we have applied on the old concrete surface. And then we can use PMM or PMC as per the condition or situation. The third is SBR based concrete repair chemicals. The SBR stands for styrene butadiene rubber. This is a single pack aqueous polymer that can be mixed with the cement. It is a copolymer latex, specially modified to be compatible with cement based mixes. Now this type of chemical is cheaper than polymer based chemicals. It can be used in the same way as in the case of polymer based chemicals. The modern modified SBR chemicals has resistance to ultraviolet rays. So when the surface of concrete, if it is open to atmosphere or subjected to some ultraviolet rays, then we can go for modified SBR chemicals. Let us pause the video and try to attempt these questions. Now these are the answers. The SBR stands for styrene butadiene rubber. So C is the correct answer. The concrete repair chemicals are used for increasing the bond strength between old concrete and new concrete. That statement is true. These are the references that we are using for creation of video. Thank you.